Alright, this is going to be the walkthrough video presentation of how to use the website. Very similar to the document that I provided. We're going to go through each of those different areas, those sections, so that you're aware and you can actually see me do it. So you should be able to follow along with my screen, with my mouse, and everything that I'm doing. So first of all, we need to go through the login process, which is all provided right here on your document I provided you. It's the website /wp-admin. It'll redirect you to this screen. Your login is going to be HCMI, all caps, and then it'll be Morgan Co. And then it's going to be 1 and the exclamation point. And so it'll log you in here and get you to your dashboard. So here you're going to be able to see different areas, that you can have access to. So this is your dashboard. Just talks about, recently published posts. But we'll go in and go through here and just talk about each item that you're going to need to worry about. So first is adding new posts. These are going to be, for instance, as we look at this will be the recent posts here that are just recent news items, things that are going to be current information. And so you're going to go to this post section, and if you want to look at all the posts you've written and you want to make an edit to one, you're going to click this All Posts tab. So this, when you click that, it'll bring up on the next screen here, it'll bring up all your different posts that have been published. There's been 4. And let's say you want to edit something within this "What do your children eat away from home" article. You just click on that, and it'll pop you right into the editor. And so as the editor comes up here, you will see the full article. So you're able to then go in here and say, okay, I want to change this from pull out your checklist to get out your checklist. You want to go through there, you can just start making general changes as if you're typing in Word. If you ever want to bold anything, you just highlight just like in Word and click bold or italicize. You can even do strike throughs if you'd like as well. So once you make all your changes, we'll pull this back. As you go through here, you just click update, and when you click update, it'll reflect the actual update on the live website. So everything will be published and you won't have to do anything else. So just to kind of show how this process works, let's go to that post. What do your children eat away from home? And let's make some live changes so you can see how they interact in real time. And so from this article, let's say we want to go ahead and we just want to remove that whole paragraph. So we'll go in here, and we're just going to say we don't want that anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. We'll click update. That will publish the changes for us. And as we go back here, we'll refresh the page. And as you can see, that paragraph is gone. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put it back in here so that way we don't lose it. And let's say you're making some changes and you just want to make sure that what you're doing still looks good. You can actually go to this button here that says Preview Changes. Click on that, and in a new window, it will open up the changes. They won't be published to the live internet, but they will be available for you to proof and make sure that you like what the final product is going to look like. So as you see here, this is just a preview page versus what's still live on the internet without it. You can double check, say, hey, you know what, that looks pretty good, and go back in here and click update, and that will automatically update the post for you. Now with posts, we'll go back to the home page here. With all the posts, you'll actually see that they will update. So the most recent post will always be right here at the top. And these are all going to be in chronological order here. So something was added in April 20th. That's the most recent one, and that's where they'll be able to access that information. Now let's say you want to add a new post. So if we start back here from the dashboard, and you're going to go to this post section as well. And instead of last time where we clicked all posts to see a full roster of all the posts that we've done, we're just going to click add new. This will be the title of the post you enter here. So this is the title. Down in this next section here, this is the body of the post. Our content goes here. Now, this is how you construct your regular post that you want to add. So if you see a great article that you want to transfer out to your website, you can type it all in here. You can even copy and paste it generally for the website that you read it on and put it in here. And you can go ahead and make all the changes you want. Now, an important item for that is adding media. So let's say you want to add a picture. Well, you just click this add media button, and it will, let's say you want to, this is all some of the photos that have been already loaded in as we were building this to your library. But let's say you want to upload something from your computer. You click upload files, you select files. I'm on a Mac, so your screen was going to look a little bit different here, most likely. But we can go in here and say, okay, I want to add this this picture of golf season from my own personal files. I want to upload this and place it in the article. Let's say the article is something about using golf to stay healthy. So you're able to select this picture with the blue check mark there. You're able to say, okay, if they click on it, where do you want it to link to? Do you want it to link to the media file, which is that picture? Do you want it to link to another page, a custom URL, or do you not want it to link to anyone? Do you just want it to be a photo and that's it? Which is generally probably the best option. You pick the size you want it. You'll have some different options depending on how big the photo is, and you click insert in a post, and it will insert that picture exactly where your cursor was when you left off. So if you wanted to insert it right here in between the and post, you need to make sure that you have your cursor there before you click add media. So you go through all that, you add your pictures, you feel pretty good about it. Over next is you want to categorize your post. Now this is just for your posts, but this is so people can quickly find relevant information. So let's say this whole thing is within, it's a generic post. It's just one part of your. Let's say it's a drug abuse article, actually. So we'll click this drug abuse category, and that'll help categorize it so people can search through different categories and find relevant information. Another item for pictures, so as you see, when we get back to this home page, there is a small little picture here next to each post, just a little summary picture so you can see what it's all about. That's called a featured image. And so when you want to upload a featured image, you just click set featured image. This will go through and it'll show, okay, this is the media library that you have. It's all the pictures that have been uploaded to the site at some point. So there's a picture maybe already in there. You can go through and actually click on that and use that as a featured image. But let's say you want to pull something again from your computer. You just click upload, select files, and let's see, this will go, we'll do something golf related here. Again, it uploads the file. Once that blue check mark is there, it means it's good to go, and you just click set featured image. And when you go through it all, you can preview it again. You can save it as a draft if you're wanting to kind of leave off and come back to it. And so that way you have something to save. Like I said, preview to make sure you like the changes, or you can just go ahead and publish it. You can actually set this when you want it to publish. So you may be working for something that you're not ready to put out there yet, but you want to go and you have some spare time to get it done now, and it's not relevant until next month. So you can actually edit and say, I want to publish this on June 20th at 10 a.m. 10:27 a.m. and click OK, and that'll actually have this stored and ready to go, so at that exact time it'll publish this post. But we want to publish this one now, so we'll just go ahead and click publish. It takes just a moment here to publish it all out. It'll give you confirmation saying post published, and you can go out here. We'll actually refresh the page. And you'll see our recent post right here. It says this is the title, this is the body, and that's our featured image that we just uploaded. So we'll go back in and actually delete this. We don't want this to be out there. That's just for demonstration purposes. So we click move to trash, and moving it to trash will actually delete it completely, and so it's not one of our posts. Next we'll talk about pages. Pages are very similar to posts. So if you go here and click all pages, it'll give you a full list of all of our pages. And if you want to go in and make an edit, it's very much the same process. You click on the page. Same exact controls with the media and such, where you can add photos. And you can go in here and just say, okay, this is changed to the 29th. And you can make those changes if you like, and just click update or preview. Works exactly the same way. Now another item we need to cover, so let's talk about the videos that you may want to enter. Let's say you see a video out on YouTube that you really like. Something you can do is you can use this shortcodes section, and it has a bunch of different features, but the ones you're really going to care about are adding in video. So you're going to find this button here that says video, and it'll pop up this little screen here. And it'll tell you, okay, where'd you find the video? The two sources they can pull video from are YouTube and Vimeo. YouTube is going to be your most common, and it's asking for the YouTube video ID. So we'll go here to this YouTube video. It's about prescription drug abuse, and say this is really a video you really like. You want to make sure that it's out there, and you want to attach it to this page. It's asking for the ID, which is everything on the right side of the equal sign there. So you just go ahead and copy that. You come over here and paste it in. Gives you some different options if you want to align it to the left, the right, the center. You usually just leave it right just as it is. And this is autoplay, saying once the page loads, do you want it to automatically start playing, or would you rather them have to click a play button? This usually recommend leaving it off, because that way people aren't bombarded with a video they don't really want to watch if they're just trying to quickly get some information. You hit send to editor. It puts in this little bit of code here. You click update. You wait for the notice here that says page updated. Okay, so it's there. And let's go out to Get Fit, Stay Fit page where we just made this change. And you'll see right here, it's actually loading in the YouTube video that we just placed in there. So let's go back and let's actually take that out, that code there out, because we don't want to actually have that video. It doesn't pertain to Get Fit, Stay Fit. So we'll do that. We'll click update. Let that update here. And another quick short code that I'll show you that might be relevant is the map short code. And so with that, let's say you want to enter a map to where an event is taking place that you're speaking of. You just go through here and click Google Map. It'll pop up that screen again. And in here, you can actually go through and type the address. So let's do 55 Monument Circle, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204. And that's the basic what you need. You can actually put it in by latitude and longitude, although I don't think you'd know that. Map type, you can say, okay, I just want a basic road map. I want a satellite image map. I want a hybrid that shows the road map but also the satellite vision, or just a terrain map. I recommend just road map. And you can go through here and show different traffic, actually real-time traffic, which isn't really necessary. biking directions as well that people can figure out. But we just suggest putting in the address, clicking roadmap, and then you actually scroll down here, send it to the editor. It'll pop in that little address code there. You click update, and we'll come back to this page here, and we will refresh it. And you will see right here, it's going to load in the map. And so that's the exact map of Monument Circle right there, so they get a good feel for where that's actually going to be. One of the things that when you go in and add the map, another thing you can do is you can actually go in here and select to show a marker. So it'll place a marker exactly where the address is at, which I also recommend you clicking. So clicking yes on that, and it'll actually drop down a little marker to show exactly where that address is at. So we'll go back here. We don't want all this, we don't want a map in there. So we'll go ahead and update this to make sure that our information is current and the way it's supposed to be. So as we go through here, let's say you have a new page that you want to add to the mix. One option is at the top of every edit page that you might be currently editing, you can click this Add New button. But we just recommend you go to this. The drop down will tell you Add New. You just click Add New right there, and it'll give you a blank template to work with, much like the post page. And so you can go in there and you can add a new page, and you can add new content just like before, and you're all set. Now with pages, we don't recommend featured images. They won't be ever seen, so it's not important, but you can go ahead and just click, you can select to publish it at a later date or click publish immediately. Another area that we talked about was carousel images, which are, if we go back to the home page here, the carousel images are your partners. So we have St. Francis, we have different partners in there, and I can show you how to manage your different partners through the carousel images. We want to leave this page because we don't want to save it. And so the carousel images pertains to these photos right here that are part of your scroller. As you go in here, you're going to see the ones we've already placed in here. So let's say you want to add a new. Image. Let's say you want to upload someone's logo. This is the full bank here, but let's go ahead and put in, let's put in our logo. That gives you a chance to see that a little bit better. So branding. Let's go into our email here, our email logo. We'll load that in. So when this populates here, there's our logo. We want to set that as the featured image for that item, and go ahead and publish. And once that's done, we just click refresh here. And we scroll down. And there's our logo right there in the mix. So that helps add people in. And then if you want to, you can go back to your carousel images and you can see all of them. Your full list, and you can go through here and say I want to trash something that's in there, so you can click trash and all these, and it'll delete them off your list. The last element we can cover is the events tab. So let's say you want to add events. And these are the different events we've added in, your Talks Away days and your Get Fit and Stay Fit, begins and concludes. So if you want to go in and edit them, just like any other post or page, you just click on the link. It gives you the description. It'll populate here in a second. These are all your different descriptions that go in there. And it has all the information here, for instance, the date of the event, the time of the event. So you can change things, you can change the address. Now let's say you want to add a new event. So you go to this section and you can click Add New Event. And it'll give you a blank template to work from. And so from that, you can New Event. You can type in the description. And then here, you'll actually be able to select the date based off a calendar. So you can say, okay, I know it's the third Friday in July, but you kind of forget the date. This will help you say, okay, that's going to be the 18th. The time is going to be at 10 a.m. And we're not going to have it in Munich. We're going to do it at, let's do 55 Monument Circle. And see, as you start typing, it'll actually help you find the address based on the USPS database. And so that tells you right there, okay, there's 55 Monument Circle. Display the map on the page, yes. And you can even add a featured image, which will go, so as you look at your events here, these are featured images right there. So just like before, like with the post, you can upload your image, and you can select when you want this event to be published. So you can say, I don't want to announce this event until next June. And you can set that date and click OK. Or you can go ahead and just publish it directly, and it'll publish a brand new event. So with that, let's go through here and make sure I can explain these. Your edit and your page and post we went through, and that's just a little bit of walkthrough if you need a visual guide. Same with your adding a page and post, very same process. Adding a partner logo, we talked about the carousel images. And then adding an event, which are the other features you need to worry about. And that's described right here. So any new content you'd like to add, you can go ahead and do that. If you ever want to add a link to anything, one last thing I guess I'll show you is, let's say you want to link to something externally. I don't recommend it. I recommend you can bring as much information into your site as possible. But let's say you want to add a link. You can say, this is a link to Radius website. And you can just highlight that text. And this little button right here is a link button. And if you hover over these, it'll actually give you descriptions of what they mean if you're not sure. But you can insert a link, and it'll actually say, okay, what's the URL? And I'll type in our website URL. You add link, and that'll actually be a link then to the website that you can type in your content. So if you ever have anything you want to link to externally in the middle of a page, you can go ahead and edit and add that right in. So let me know if there's any follow-up questions that you have, any things that you are not sure how to do from this video and the guide that I provided, and I can submit a secondary video or another guide walkthrough, whatever I can do to help. So hopefully you enjoy this and you're able to get some use out of this video.